What up, peeps? Joel Norton here, and today I am reviewing Jason Isbell's Southeastern album. So, we checked this out, me and Chuck checked this out last year, 2022, beginning of the year around January, maybe February, we started getting into it. Um, I had heard a few songs off of it, maybe one or two, and I was curious about it. And Chuck wasn't a giant fan of him at the time because I think he'd only heard "Cover Me Up" and "Elephant." I don't think I had heard "Elephant" yet. I don't remember which ones I had heard and hadn't heard, but regardless, we dived into this album. We did a reactions for all of them all the way through. So the first song we had on the album is "Cover Me Up," which is easy to say probably one of his highest or most listened to songs, which according to Spotify it is. So obviously it's a little slow for an album opener, but it's the quality here. Great writing. The vibe is kind of sad, but it's a great song. Solid track. Then you come track number 2, Stockholm, which is a good little tune and kind of has like a Stockholm syndrome feel to the lyrics at least. Traveling Alone. I really like this. Just tired of traveling alone. I'm tired of traveling alone. Just has a good beat to it, good vibe. I dig it. And then Elephant hits you with track number 4, and it is emotionally, I don't even know, crippling. It hits you, even for someone who is never in a scenario similar to that. I felt like I was there, and to me it tells great songwriting and solid delivery, and just he has a very unique voice, and just the way this song hits. If you don't get some emotion in you, there's something wrong. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's a great song, probably one of my favorites by him. Flying Over Water, another solid one. Different Days. I really love Different Days. And this one was one that really hooked me right off the rip. Love this one. Great tune. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of weak tunes on this album. I think this is pretty close to a perfect album, like what I want from it. There's a few songs that might be like hit and miss for me at times. New South Wales. Live Oak, those two, and maybe Stockholm every once in a while, they kind of drop in and out of my list, but they're still solid songs, and it's just more so that I need to be in the mood for them. But Different Days is definitely up there, one of my favorites on this album. Song She Sang in the Shower, another really good one. This whole album is, like I said, is top tier. Super 8 is just makes you want to party. It's just the whole vibe of it. Saw him sing this live, which I was thrilled because there was a Motel 8, Super 8 outside the venue in Shipshewana, and I was like, he better play the song. I know it's him in the 400 unit, but I'm hoping, and they did. So that was awesome. Super 8 is a really good, a little more upbeat comparatively to the rest of the songs on this album. Yvette. This one is another one up there with Elephant for me. The storytelling is just brutal, and it paints a picture that you don't necessarily want in your head. But it plays out like a damn movie. The way it's written and just the delivery, everything. So good. Relatively Easy, another really solid one to end the album. Like I said, there's maybe a few songs on here that I'd still put them well above average, but they just kind of dip in and out of my playlist. I'm going to do something shocking here because I typically, on single songs, I haven't even come close to this. But with albums, I think it's a little different on the rating scales because you're just I'm looking at the quality of the songs on the album. So, in total. So if there's songs that I'm like that have fallen out of my playlist and they're permanently out and they don't even make a comeback, it's gonna be a little lower. But I'm gonna go with a 10 out of 10 for this album. It's one of the albums that got me into country music, or even the style of music. If this isn't exactly country, I've heard people call it Americana as well, which I don't really know the differences between those subgenres. Um, I was always I would dip into country here and there throughout when I was growing up, like maybe for like a couple months, and then I'd always dip out. Like, I don't like it. Since I've checked out this album, it has been in constant rotation. I was pissed off because I missed him live last year, and then I was able to uh, rectify that situation this past week or so. So I'm freaking stoked about that. Fantastic live. This album is an absolute must listen to. Even if you're not into country, I think this is the songwriting alone is enough to do it for me. So I really love his delivery. I think that took a little bit of getting used to Jason's delivery, just because it wasn't what I was expecting. But all in all, this album is so solid, like all the way through. Like I said, I don't have one song on here that I dislike. I don't have one song here that I find average. New South Wales, Live Oak, and Stockholm, like I said, they dip in and out, but they've always come back, and I enjoy them for a period of time. They've dropped back out. I recently just added them back into the playlist, and I have no problems with it. But just comparatively to the rest of the album, I dig it. The rest of the album a lot more. So I think I would say if I had to pick the worst song on this album, I'm going with New South Wales. Uh, but again, that's me like forcing myself to pick the worst track. I freaking love this album. It is an absolute 10 out of 10 for me. And you guys drop down in the comments and let me know what your favorite track is off of this album. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. And it's all opinion. So we'll see what happens, guys. If you enjoyed the review, do me a favor, hit like, hit subscribe, come join the community, have some fun with us, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. Until next time, peace.